Hi, I'm Trinity Taylor, and this is my first time in drag for my YouTube video! Yay! We're gonna do an episode of Talking with the Tuck about things that I've done through my career, experiences, horrible experiences. So before we begin, you might hear this faint noise that sounds like, I don't know, fairies farting in the background.
Or Pharaoh whining.
So mean, but so accurate. It's actually fucking frogs in the outside area by the pond. We're by a pond. Hello, it's Florida. And there's fucking frogs singing because it's 11 o'clock at night. Don't mind them. And we're gonna make it work. So the first story that I have for you guys is about this lovely, gorgeous, beaded, beautiful, amazing cheap dress that I have on. And she actually is not that cheap. But when I was in New York for the premiere, Aja and I and her little group, we were walking down the street just going shopping for jewelry or whatnot. And I saw this dress in... Girl, is every episode gonna have you fucking farting in it? Nobody wants to hear you fart, Erika. God.
Girl, is every episode gonna have you fucking farting in it?
So Aja and I and her group were walking down New York, some street, who knows, doesn't matter. And I saw this dress in a window front, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta see this dress, it's so gorgeous, and I want it, and I wanna see how much it costs. And so I went in, and I looked at it, and I'm like, looking at the price tag, and just like fucking Pretty Woman, the lady at the front comes up to me, and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I was just looking at this pretty dress, and she's like, oh yes, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's very expensive.
I realize it's expensive. I didn't ask that. I asked to see the dress. And so she's like, okay. So she brought me over to the rack. I looked at it. I'm like, do you have it in my size? And she was like, maybe. And I was like, show me the dress. So she finally pulls out the dress and I look at it. I don't have to try it on because I know my size because I'm petite. Ring it up, bitch. She brought me over to the counter. And girl, I pulled this huge wad of lots of money. Ones. Loose change, honey. After that, bitch, she was so nice to me, wanting to show me other dresses. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, I'm not spending another dollar in here. The only reason why I bought this dress was to prove you wrong. I didn't even want to spend the $19.99 that this bitch costs anyway. So that is my Pretty Woman story. And I have this lovely dress. I don't remember the name of the shop or I would slander their name and tell you never to shop in there. But if you see this dress in a storefront and you see this grouchy old
lady
who looks like Erika, don't go spend your money in that store. Do it again so I can lip sync to it. That was pretty good, do it again. So, next story. When I was a baby queen...
He would throw salt at the frogs.
No, bro, I would throw salt at you and hope you melt. I lived in Birmingham and I would drive to Atlanta, which was 2.5 hours from where I lived, to perform for free. Because back then you didn't have all this social media bullshit to become famous like Valentino. Anyway, what was I saying?
That you're better.
Before that. Oh, my story. Me and two of my good friends that had started drag together went there to do a show, and after the show, we had decided we were going to go to this club called Trax. I thought it was going to be an upscale, fun nightclub, whatever, straight club, and we thought we were fish with some BB cream, bitch, before BB cream was even BB cream. And this guy in a car in an alley, like, calls us over. And so, like, all three of us, like, huddle over to his car, and we're, like, fucking 18 years old, okay? Scared to death in Atlanta, the big city. I'm like, girl, I'm not going close to his window. Because that's what he was doing. He was trying to call us three career girls over to his window to tell us something. And so I wasn't gonna do it. And then my other friend had left. She had hit it, bitch. Was not going in the alley to this man's window. And my other friend, her name is Madison. Hi, Madison. I love you. So she proceeds to the window, and I can't exactly hear what's going on, but all of a sudden she leans into the window, and then all of a sudden she's like halfway in the window. So I'm like, go rush over there, because I'm thinking she's getting kidnapped. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? I look in the window, and the fucking man is just pounding his meat, girl, just pounding it. And my friend is just like, oh goodness, I love this show. I'm pulling her to get away from the window. Then all you hear is a police siren somewhere, bitch, and we hit it. So we get to the club, we have fun, whatever. We leave, we're headed back to Birmingham. We stop, we're still in high whore drag, by the way. Well, not really high whore drag, just whore drag, because we look terrible.
Or you
like
just
the horse.
Whores, yes.
Well, Madison. And we stop at this convenience store to get out of drag. Well, my friend Annika had never duct taped before and forgot to shave down there. And all you hear is, oh! 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 Girl, she's ripping off her duct tape behind the dumpster. And girl, guess what? Another fucking police car pulls up. Sir, what are you doing? Sir, by the way, I'm looking like, this, but more busted. Which is kind of hard to believe because I look busted, but even more busted. And he's like, sir, what are you doing? Why are you out here and why are you dressed like this? And my friend Madison, she thinks she is really fish and gonna get us out of this situation. She's like, sir, it's okay. We just stopped to get a Coca-Cola and we'll be on our way. And he is looking at me, looking at Madison, looking at my friend with his hands down his pants, trying to take off his duct tape without a wig, but in makeup, confused. And he says, get out of here! So we jump in the car and we hit it. We're going back to Birmingham. And then it happens. I get really tired when I'm driving long distance. And
Oh, I've heard this story.
Madison's in the front seat in the passenger side. I'm driving. And I fall asleep at the wheel. And I start to slowly veer into the other lane. And there's a semi-truck right there. I obviously don't realize because I'm asleep. And my car starts to graze the side of the semi-truck. And it makes these sparks flying everywhere. And this happens all within seconds. All of a sudden, Madison, she's leaned up against the window. She wakes up really fast. She's like, and she sees the semi-truck and she's going, I'm laughing, we're about to die, and I have to pull over. She drives us the rest of the way. Girl, the side of my car looked terrible.
Like your face.
No, like Aja's makeup in
Like
the
a
first
truck.
episode. Girl, why don't you get in front of this camera right now?
I should get, bitch, I should get in front of you every time you look at me. And I should go,
Girl, that's probably what the fans think whenever they see me in a club. They're like trying to get the fuck out of there.
bitch, every time I watch you on Drag Race, I bang on the TV screen like,
You think you're clever, don't you? Oh, great story. Let's share this story. This is a great story about the year I won Entertainer of the Year. My first runner-up was Alyssa Edwards. And my second runner-up was none other than Erika O'Hara. First of all, let me say, I love Alyssa. Alyssa is one of my pageant idols. I've always looked up to her with pageants even before Drag Race. She's amazing. But when she gets in competition mode, she is one of those old school pageant bitches who will do anything and everything to try to throw you off your game. Luckily, I was prepared. She was dressing all the way in the back by herself in the corner, and I was dressing all the way in the front by the door. And she would come all the way from her station to mine just to look in my mirror behind me, borrow my hairspray, fix up her hair and her makeup, don't even notice me, and then at the very end, cut her eyes at me, and then walk away. I was not shook though, bitch. Don't try it. During our rehearsals for presentation, she's like, girl, my presentation is sickening. I'm gonna win. And I'm like, bitch, you are not gonna get me the second try. So it's like, girl, you are gonna be a beautiful first runner-up. And if you know what that means, girl, when a drag queen says that, it's never a good thing. Never a good thing. And so, we do the whole pageant. Final night comes around, and I win every single category. Except for question and answer, because girl, I'm dumb. Second runner-up is called, and they say, Erika O'Hara, bitch, you might have thought that whore had won, bitch. She had ran up there crying, woo, woo. Girl, good for her. She was good, she was sickening, she was lovely. Still don't know why she had an umbrella during crowning, but she was gorgeous. She had an umbrella, bitch. I guess she was, I don't know, girl. They called her second runner-up. Then first runner-up, Alyssa Edwards.
Ooh.
Girl.
Face crack.
Face crack. Then they called the winner, which was me, moi, I. And we're standing in a group together for pictures. Me, first runner-up Alyssa, second runner-up Erika. And I look over at her and I said, I told you you'd be a beautiful first runner-up. And my last story that I'm going to tell you today is about one of my best friends, Affinity. I hope she don't mind me telling you the story, and if she does, sorry girl. Hey girl, I got you, I'll buy you lunch. Years ago, Affinity loved to
fucking drag.
Take straight men home from the bar. Straight men home. So one day, and I saw this guy, he was hot, he was gorgeous, gorgeous. And she took him home, girl, they did it, whatever, he left, he went home. So then, it happened again. This time, she decided not to wear her tights and her pads, and girl, she's a dude, she has hairy legs. She let the guy know, hey, I'm not wearing tights this time, you know, you already know the tea, I'm a man. But she was still in her drag and her makeup and her little, shake and go wig with some little lip gloss, and that's about it. That's all. You know, the lights were dim. Real low. Real low. Because she ain't that pretty in the light with this kind of makeup on, honey. And it happened a couple more times, and each time that he would come over, she would wear a little less and less of drag. To the last time he came over, all she had on was literally a shake and go wig and lip gloss. And the bitch didn't even shave her face. Girl. The guy was a little tipsy. I'm assuming he would have had to have been, bitch, because I don't know if I could have rolled over and saw that in bed. But, so, this time, the gentleman had decided he was going to stay the night. Why he would have picked this night especially out of all of them, I have no idea. So, they do it again. I guess he thought she was lovely. And they both fall asleep. She falls asleep in drag.
Oh, God.
He falls asleep, drunk. So she goes and wipes off her makeup, takes off the wig, climbs back in bed, whatever. The morning, the light. Go into the light, Carol Ann. Get out of the light, Carol Ann. They wake up. He rolls over.
Ooh.
Girl, he got spooked, bitch. It was like Madison in the car. So, he gets up, he's like, oh, I gotta go. And he hits it, bitch. He runs out the door. I don't think they ever saw each other again. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. And tell your friends, subscribe. If you loved me, you know my name. It's Trinity Taylor. If you didn't, I'm Erika. See you next time.
Get up and go, bitch. Get
Oh.